actually, so I think it's your turn to do the intro.
No, I'm pretty sure I did.
No,
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to The Standard Drink, presented by Bo and myself, Brendan.
yeah, so, like we were just explaining just before, like, you know, we're going to try and keep it to, like, you know, less than an hour today because, you know,
We've been going to bed very, very early. But we've been up very, very early.
Yeah, because our home state of Victoria has gone back into a like restriction, like heavy lockdown again.
Lockdown, yay!
Yeah, and you know the kind of work that we've been doing, it's basically 12-hour shifts, and we've been doing them like pretty much every day.
And constantly on your feet, not allowed to sit down or else you get yelled at.
Pretty much. So, we're. Not so much I'm buggered, but, Brendan is absolutely buggered. So that's why we're going to try and keep it a little bit short today. So we've obviously just got a few topics and then that's what I'm
Well, yeah, let's go back to the original thing. Don't you have to do something? Because if you watch the previous episode, me and him had a bet on the ending of 28 Days Later.
You're going to have to kind of remind me on what that bet was, because I totally don't remember it.
Because me and him, we're like, no, this is how it ended. No, this is how it ended. And the bet was, it's like, fine. Whoever loses the bet in the next video has to kneel in front of the other and say, you are the supreme being of this household.
Okay. So what movie was it again?
28 Days Later.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll have to give it a little bit more context on that, because we argued the point about how it ended, basically.
Yeah, I argued that he survived and that he was in that final scene when they were trying to wave down the plane.
Yeah, and my view and my opinion was that whole scene transpired, but it was all basically, life
a death dream.
A death dream, basically. And then, as soon as we finished, we jumped on the computer and just had a quick look.
Well, I jumped on it because I was too eager.
Yeah. So what we discovered was that Brendan's ending was the official ending, but funny enough, mine was the alternative ending. It
was the one left on the cutting room floor.
Yeah. So, but no. But the thing is that I explicitly remember, so it might have been a director's cut.
I reckon you just saw the I reckon you saw that ending when you were going through the extras on a DVD.
No, that was like the legit movie, and that's how it ended. That's how much I remember. I actually remember watching that ending through the movie.
Then I have no idea.
Exactly. So I think I'll get that over and done with, I guess. So what is it I have to say?
Kneel to me, bitch.
So what is it I have to say?
You are the supreme being of this household. And I'm getting the mic for this.
You are the supreme... Ah, shit! Oh, fuck. Shit. Okay, grab the board. Yeah, there we go. Okay, and... We're good? Alright.
Okay, let's try this again.
Alright. I'm not gonna edit that. I'm gonna fucking watch that, you fucking up on that. So just keep it where it is, basically.
Yep. Oh, good.
Alright. Sorry about that, guys. Alright. You are the supreme being of the household.
Good child.
Fuck you. Alright.
Yeah, well, that didn't go quite as planned.
Yeah. Oh, well, who could have called that actually happening?
Yeah, because I was trying to hold it there and then just... Oh,
yeah.
crap. At least we didn't spill any of the drinks.
That is true. That's something I would have been annoyed about. All right. So what do we want to do? Do we want to do topics, or do you just want to get into what I have planned?
Well, I honestly want to get what you have planned over and bloody done with, to be
all right.
honest.
So I'm hoping that this can also work as a bit of revenge, basically, for that. So what I've devised...
He's a sore loser. He hates
I'm
being
an
right.
extremely sore loser about this. All right, so what have I got planned is a little quiz show for you. So I've got 6 questions set to the side already. Unfortunately, the printer didn't work, so I had to, look up on my phone what the last question was so I can, bring it up and read it. And I've got a 7th question as a decider, basically.
Yep.
So, basically, answer the questions. If you get
4 out of 6, right?
4 out of 6, you win. But if you don't, you lose. So here are the rewards, and here's the punishment.
God help us. I already know one's a shot of bitters, and the other one's a shot of what?
All right, so if he manages to answer 4 questions correctly, he gets a nice, delicious shot of tequila, Experience tequila. But if he loses, a whole shot of aromatic bitters. And I've had like maybe no more than 5 mils just as a taste to see what it's like. It's going to knock the fucking wind out of you.
So in other words, down the hatch real
And that's
fast.
what you better make sure you have a chaser ready to go for it, because it's going to murder you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But like I said, if you answer 4, you get to drink the tequila. And guess who has to drink the bitters? Exactly. So that's what I mean. So I've got the 6 question.
The shit part is God, you know what my memory's like. It can be either good or bad, depending.
Exactly. But I could have really screwed you over on these questions.
Yeah, but if you did, I would have.
Exactly. So I devised up like over like the last week or two, like really thinking about questions that I really wanted to ask you. And I thought, you might know or you might not know.
Mm.
So, and also a little bit of extra rules as well.
Yep.
So, with the 6 questions, you get what you answer it as you go, basically. But you also have 2 lifelines through the entire 6 questions. So, you can only use these twice.
Yep.
One is a multiple choice out of 4.
Okay.
And the second one is I go in more depth about the question. So, I actually talk to you a little bit more
And
about
I can choose one of the other for both the questions? Or for both my
No,
lifelines?
you only get 2 lifelines for 6.
No, I mean, with the 2 lifelines, I only get one or the other? Or
One or the other. So,
so say I use the more detail for one, I can't use more detail for my second one?
or for any, no, you only get 2. That's it.
No.
Yeah.
I know that I'm saying I only get 2.
Yeah.
But do they have to be the same? Can they be like both of them are more detail about it, or can only one of them be more detail and the other one be choice of 4?
Yes. Basically. So multiple choice.
So in other words, for my first lifeline, if I turn around and say, "Can you go into more detail?"
Yeah.
I can't say that for my second one.
Second, third, fourth, or fifth, like any other question.
I mean my second lifeline.
Yeah, exactly. So you only get 1 lifeline per question. That's what we.
You're still not getting it.
No, that's what I'm.
Like I said, I understand that I only have 2 lifelines.
Yeah.
I understand I have only 2 lifelines for all 6.
There we go. Yeah.
No, I'm saying that I always understood this. Yeah. You're not understanding.
I see what you. So if you use the answer more, but then you can use the same lifeline on the same question. Is that what you?
No, I'm saying, like, one. Are you like? How are you describing it? Is one of the lifelines only choice of 4, and I can't use a choice of 4 for my second lifeline, or?
No. So you get 1. So yeah.
No. So say I use both my lifelines on different questions, right?
Yes.
Can both of them be more description about it? Now, do you understand what I'm trying to get at now?
I'm gonna say, I can give you. Okay. It's hard. It's even you've making it a little bit confusing for me. Basically.
That's because of how your brain works.
Yeah, but because because as it basically is, so you can for question 1, you use the lifeline where we talk about it more.
Yep.
Right. That's that lifeline gone.
Yes, I understand that. But for the second lifeline, can we also do the talk about it more, or do I have to use?
Then you have to use the multiple choice.
Okay, finally we got there.
Yeah.
Fuck, that took too long.
What I literally just explained that as well.
Because I was asking the question of, do I have to have 1 as a descriptor and 2 as the multiple choice, or can I use a descriptor for both?
Okay, so we've got it all figured out.
Yeah.
Okay, so so we'll start with
It's a little slow at times.
Yeah,
and I'm the tired one.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll start with question 1. All right, Mitt Romney, senator from Utah and former 2012 Republican presidential candidate, is a very interesting person. And you may ask, what makes him interesting? Well, it's his religion. So the question is, what is Mitt Romney's religion?
It wasn't quite. No, I thought it was Angelo Catholic. I thought it was a I thought it was a Catholic Christian.
Would you like to use a lifeline?
No, because I'm reckon there's going to be worse questions than that. Yeah, I thought it was just Catholicism.
Is that going to be your answer?
Yeah.
Catholicism.
Yeah.
Mitt Romney's religion is Mormonism.
Oh, Mormon.
He's a Mormon.
Okay.
Yes. So if he had won the 2012 election, he would have been the first non-Christian president.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So no points for you at that point?
I know.
Okay. Question number 2. A brony, a very unique specimen of humanity, is an adult male, who is a fan of the kid show My Little Pony, which is, to the internet community, an absolute joke to us.
Yes.
Because really, do I need to explain why?
No.
But this question may be confusing. So the question is, what is clopping?
You're an asshole, by the way.
Fair enough.
Also, at this rate, fuck, there's a bucket next to me. I'd say playing with your little fucking things.
So playing with like the little toys.
Yeah.
Oof. Unfortunately, it's a lot worse than that. And
Oh shit! I just clicked.
Yeah, but I'm gonna have to take your first answer, unfortunately. So clopping in brony terms is masturbating.
Right, yeah.
Okay. This one I reckon you will probably get. Well, actually, the next 2 at least minimum.
Yep.
All right. Death Proof, directed by Quentin Tarantino, is an action-packed movie with a huge emphasis on female empowerment and, of course, the epic car chase at the end.
As long as you don't.
But the question is
names, I'm all good.
No, it's not about names.
Thank Christ.
But the question is something a little bit obscured. Abby and Kim's friend, a stunt woman named by Zoe. Zoe. Zoe tells them that she wants to test drive a Dodge Challenger, that is for sale nearby. The owner lets them test drive it unsupervised. They leave behind another woman, the 4th one of the clique, as collateral because they tell him what her job is. What is the job that they tell her what she does?
Lingerie model.
Is that your final answer?
Oh, it's what they tell her job is, not
Yeah, so it's...
what her actual job is in the movie.
Yep. So...
Oh, you're a son of a bitch.
Remember, you still got your lifelines.
Multiple choice.
Multiple choice. Okay. I will say A, TV star. B, a model. C, a porn star. Or D, none of the above.
I'd say amateur porn star, considering his reaction of how happy he gets.
Well, that gives you a point on the board. Yes.
Oh, thank
They
fuck.
tell in the scene, they tell her that she's an actual porn star in town shooting a scene.
Oh, okay. Oh, thank fuck.
Yeah.
Well, one lifeline down, but at
Yep.
least one point.
There we go. Here we go. This one may be a little bit easier. The Thing, another movie with Kurt Russell in it, is about an unknown creature killing all the members of an expedition in Antarctica. The only problem is that there is a blizzard, and the creature takes on the form of many other of the expedition and kills anyone and anything. So during the scene of when several of the members of the crew are tied up and are tested to see if they're human or not, what is the test and how is it conducted?
Taking blood and exposed to fire.
You are basically correct. I will allow that.
Okie dokie.
You're basically 90% correct. What it is just like just a heated up piece of metal, and then they stick it into it. So it's not actual direct fire.
But it is a heated piece of metal strap and actually just poke them.
Yes.
So expose the blood to heat.
Yes. So
so
you're 2 and 2 now.
Yeah, that one's more because I remember the petri dish, blood on the petri dish and with the flame.
Yep.
You do realise I haven't seen that movie in like 10 years, right?
I know.
You're an ass.
But, yeah. Now, this one I reckon you're probably not going to get, but it will be interesting.
Okay.
But remember, you still have a lifeline.
I've got one lifeline, and it's the better one, the descriptor.
Okay. Another movie. This time, it's about the worst movie of all time. Troll 2 is about a family surviving the wrath of man-eating goblins.
See, I haven't even seen that. Why you have, I don't know.
Because I love terrible movies. Wait, what? Don't worry. The question is simple. What is the name of the town where the movie takes place?
Again, I haven't even seen the movie. So technically it's an unfair question because I have no knowledge of it.
Yeah, well, I assumed that you would have seen it.
No, because it's a fucking kids film.
It's a horror movie.
Oh, the original,
Troll. Yes, I'm talking about the troll movies, like the.
See, the only troll movie I've seen is the Norwegian one.
That one is a good one, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, this is the 1980 to 1990 horror flick.
No, I had better taste than see completely shit films.
Okay. Fair enough. But I liked it because it was like a terrible movie.
Yeah, so that's 3 points down because I haven't seen it. I have no way of answering that question.
Fair enough. So you're not going to...
I have no way of answering it.
So, under the assumption that you would have watched it, it was basically the name of the town was Nilbog.
Yeah, you do realise what they say about assumptions.
Yeah.
World's biggest fuck-ups.
Yeah. Well, Nilbog. And the only reason why it was so important is because there was a major plot to the movie. Because if you looked at it, if you spell it backwards, it's goblin.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, unfortunately, this is where I have to go to my phone. Now, this question, I know for a fact you will get it.
Okay. Which will make me 3 and 3.
Yeah. Okay.
With a lifeline left.
Yeah. I don't think you'll need a lifeline for this one. And finally, the question goes to a game, finally.
There we go.
It's a shorter one. And it goes like this. What is the name of the villain from Dragon Age Inquisition that causes the rift of the veil that is allowing the Fae to invade the realm and attacks the fort before the move to Skyhold?
Corinthius.
Ding, ding, ding. That is 3 for 3.
Yeah, that one was easy as piss. There's no way I needed enough lifeline for that one.
That's what I mean. So I had to actually give you...
Especially after the last question. Yeah, fucking...
Yeah.
Kiss my tidy wall.
All right. This one, I basically designed it to...
Be a pain in the ass.
It's one of the easiest questions to answer, but when I ask the question, you're going to hate me for it. Pretty much.
I'm ready for my punching
It's literally the shortest question out there.
Okay.
Who won the 2020 presidential election? Yep.
Sleepy, creepy Joe Biden.
Oh, so you weren't going to even contest that one. You were just going to be upright answering that one.
Well, simple fact, yeah.
Yep, that's what I'll...
Right now, legally, he's the acting president.
Mm-hmm.
Which means I get to kill a motherfucker.
Yep. That's what I was hoping you were going to be like. I thought you were going to turn around and go, technically, no, Trump won, but Biden won.
Yeah. No, but you also know I'm a lot more logical and sensible than that.
Fair enough.
Nice try.
Yep. I was hoping that, I was going to jump on that one.
Yeah, you can go kiss my hairy tiny
All
white
right,
ass.
fair enough. So, you get the nice tasty shot of tequila. So, please, look towards the camera while you drink that and enjoy it.
I'll enjoy it after he does his.
Yep. Oh, well, I mean, like I said, like I told you when I was like thinking of the question, I was trying to make them as fair as
Yeah,
possible.
that troll one though, that screwed me.
Yeah, like that was about it really. But like I said, like I could have really screwed you over on those questions.
Yeah,
But like I said, like I'm a man of my word. I was like,
and with the thing one, I like. Let's be honest, I sort of got it wrong, but
you're about 90% correct. So I was allowed to even because I could have been like a real cunt and gone, nah, that's wrong.
Yeah.
Nah, so I gave that one to. Okay, I'm trying to really delay it because.
Hey, Bobo.
Yeah.
I'm 2 for 0.
Fuck you. All right. So this is a pure 30ml shot of the bitters that you normally have in your lemon lime bitters and other like cocktails and shit.
And this is sweet, sweet tequila.
And this is going to fucking kill me. So enjoy.
There's your chaser. There's his bucket next to him.
Fuck. There's my drinks are down as well. All right.
3, 2, 1.
Fuck.
Chaser.
Oh no! I'm gonna have to sit it with. Yep. Chaser.
Even I'm not nasty enough to see that much pain for a long period of time.
I like the aftertaste.
Yeah. This is a bit stronger of a taste.
I'll stick with the dries.
Rightio.
All right. So that's how my little failed game show that I never got my revenge on. And I will get my revenge eventually.
2 for 0.
Yeah, okay. So I think we should jump onto the actual topics now real quickly.
Yeah, rightio.
Because if you haven't got anything, I've got one. I've got one I want to start with, actually.
Yeah, after you. Well, didn't I start last time?
I think you did, yeah. Because I think I gave you the platform to start. But... Okay.
Oh, yeah, because I asked you on the first video.
Exactly. We all know, who John Cena is, right?
Yep.
18
I know where you're going with this.
Oh, you do?
Yes.
All right. So I think because we're a little bit late on the draw, because I think it happened about like a week and a half ago or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like, it's the problem of, recording like, at the start of the week, because then you have like so much to lose in that.
Yeah, and sometimes, like, that's the issue. Like, if we're recording on a Saturday or Sunday, it's like, we'll be at the end of the week. 2 issues with that, though. Saturday, we're 99% of the time we're working for it. Sunday, you're not going to get me.
Yeah, that's true. Until we start actually, this becomes more of a full-time thing.
Yeah,
basically.
And then my time will be a lot more free to do other things.
Free and flexible. But yeah, so enough about that. So, wrestling, icon of, the WWE, famous film actor and all that kind of stuff.
Nah, his films are pretty shit, to be honest.
Yeah, they're shit, but he's still a famous film actor.
Yeah.
He's a he's actually a kind of a pussy.
Yes.
Because, he says something or makes a tweak about, confirming, or not confirming, but saying like, Taiwan is a country, which, I respectfully say, yeah, it is a country. And then China, mainland China, turned around and threw a massive hissy fit, saying that it was totally offensive to call that. And immediately he backtracks on it, apologizes to the people of China, all in bloody Cantonese or Mandarin, like in Chinese, basically.
Yeah. So, in other words, he basically cut off his own spear and balls and handed to them on a silver platter.
Oh, he simped to China. That's going to be the name of the episode. John Cena equals Chinese simp.
Bent over and lubed himself up.
So my theory is, and which is a very obvious theory, is basically, the people, the production company behind, Fast and Furious, turned around and told him, hey, you better bloody apologize to China for this.
Because unfortunately for Hollywood, China does bring in a lot of money.
Well, that's a multi-million, hundreds of million to almost $billion sort of area alone, and because domestically, I don't think, Fast and Furious does that well domestically in America.
No, because everyone's a bit over it.
Yeah, but in China, regardless if it's, it's a bad showing in China, like they don't, like, Chinese people didn't like it, it's still going to turn around to show like $200+ million in profit.
Yeah, that's just sheer population numbers.
Exactly. So John Cena simped to bloody China because he, correctly identified as Taiwan as being a country. And, the Chinese people, mainly the the CCP...
Yeah, CCP.
CCP government took offense to it. Mainly Xi Jinping.
In other words, Pooh Bear.
Exactly, Winnie the Pooh.
Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah.
And we are cancelled.
Yeah. Right, I'm getting word right now that we have Chinese operatives invading our house. They're going to take us away to Xinjiang and take us to where the Uyghurs are and take us to those, re-education camps.
I so hope I want to see some photoshops of Changpeng in the red top with yellow pants.
I think that if you look on anywhere on the internet, I'm assuming there would be some.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure there's very little full photos of him. I think they're only up to here most of the time.
That's because he's round like Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah, and he sits around, eats honey all day, and I mean, look at that face. He looks like freaking Winnie the Pooh.
He looks like a sexual predator.
Okay, fair enough. Oh, me love you long time, child.
Oh shit! If we weren't getting cancelled before, we are sure as fuck are now.
Oh, who cares? What do we care?
Yeah, true.
Well, because YouTube's gonna care about an 8 subscriber channel.
Yeah, but problem is it comes back and bites us in the ass later on down the track.
Yeah, probably.
But then again, I'm gonna be cancelled before you are.
Yeah, I think, and I'm just gonna turn and say, yep, whatever. We did what we did. Who cares?
Yeah. Exactly.
I'm not gonna sit there and bawl my eyes out, going, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I wasn't really I grew up in the 2010s.
Yeah, and push comes to shove is I'm old fashioned, so who gives a shit?
Yeah, so who gives a shit? So is there anything you want to talk about? Because I think I still got another topic or two I want to talk about.
Well, you've seen me play Biomutant so far. What do you think?
I like the art direction.
I will honestly say that game is so vibrant, sometimes it hurts my eyes.
Yeah.
It's just so colourful that it actually hurts my eyes.
But I do notice every time I do come and watch you play it for a little bit, it is sort of empty-ish.
No, it's empty-ish because I've already done everything.
Yeah. But you know what I mean?
Here's the thing. I've noticed that not many enemies respawn.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Enemies don't respawn that much. It takes a lot. If I go back to the very first area, they might. But, I've gone through 3 or 4 different biomes and they haven't respawned.
Yeah, that's true. So, going on the trend of, being the, media expert of this fucking group.
Yeah.
So out of a, IGN rating, what would you give it?
I'm not giving not IGN rating, just a standard drink rating. Thank you very much. IGN's a joke.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, out of 10, what would you give it? That's what I mean, an IGN rating. An 8. Okay, so what do you find positive about the game?
It's, I like hunting for loot.
Mm-hmm.
I like I will say my gun's still a little bit overpowered, but as the video we saw is, a lot of people have complained that the melee combat's
It is
weak.
a very lackluster, yeah.
So because just the melee combat, it's all very hitting an enemy takes ages to kill them, and they've already addressed that. They're going to fix that.
Yeah,
it's sweet because I like using swords.
Yeah.
Especially that big 2-handed one I've got.
Yeah,
that thing's fucking sexy. But yeah, I love hunting loot is starting to get a little bit so.
Yeah.
I've maxed out everything for my mutations. I've maxed out all his psionic powers.
Yep.
And it's I've got all these points and nothing to use them on. It's please give me DLC that gives me a lot more shit.
Yeah. Well, from what the video we just watched before we started this, obviously, whoever the developers and obviously THQ.
Yeah, 101.
101?
101.
Yeah. So they're obviously, looking into do, sort of patches, hot fixes, and obviously DLC and all that kind of stuff because, obviously from what they've gathered from the reviews, it's very mixed.
Yeah.
And
the lovely contradictory reviews, but it comes down to different people wanting different
That's
things.
what I mean. So I can't really say that they're contradictory. It would have been contradictory if it was, 2 reviews done by the same person, basically. Yeah. That's what I mean. So because it was done by one reviewer and then done by a different reviewer, obviously, games are very subjective to what people are like.
Yeah.
Obviously, you know, there's obviously our big contrast about what we like, basically.
Like, you're more strategy RPG, whereas I'm just more
Open world sandboxes.
yeah.
Yeah. So, obviously, you and I are going to have very differing opinions on it, and very, because I'm a bit more critical of, like, open world sandboxes, because it's sort of like, what you can and can't do and all that kind of stuff.
But at the same time, you haven't seen me play proper RPG yet, have you?
Well,
Like proper RPG.
So what, like Divinity or like
Nah,
Baldur's
that's
Gate?
Divinity and Baldur's Gate are both strategy RPGs.
Yeah, but there's
Same with Divinity. Yeah, Divinity, Baldur's Gate. What was it? Fucking Torment, and a few others. They're all strategy RPGs. I'm talking RPG like old turn RPGs like Final Fantasy or games like that. You haven't seen me play one of those.
Yeah.
That's me in a whole different ballgame.
Yeah.
Like, that's me going from starting the game and being weak as piss to I'm a little too overpowered now.
See, but I think, like, the one issue that is when it comes with role-playing games is that, like, when I think of a role-playing game, I think, the most classic RPG game out there, which is Dungeons and Dragons.
That's the original role-playing game.
Yeah, and that one heavily focuses on, role-playing, basically. Yeah. While everything else is, has RPG-like elements and all that kind of stuff. So it is a bit hard
I think the most you've seen me play is Persona, but that one you can't really min-max in.
Yeah. Yeah. But, yeah, so what didn't you like about the Biomutant?
Well, simple fact is, the fact that I've got all these points and I now have nothing to spend them on. That annoys the piss out of me. What we said before was the melee combat getting a massive buff.
Yeah.
Because, I joined it as a mercenary going, yes, 2 swords, I'm going to do all these little things and da-da-da. And now I just sit with a gun and melt everything because melee combat's too weak. So that's obviously my big gripe.
Yeah.
Besides from that, like, there's just it's just little things here and there. Like, I've gotten a lot of mounts that increase my speed quite, like you can jump on. It takes a while. It still takes a little bit, but at the same time, I've got an airship to unlock. So see how that goes.
Yeah.
But every now and then, it's just like I'm bouncing back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. There's a lot of things that it's like, oh, you need this key to open, but it doesn't give you a waypoint marker. It's like, hey, this is where you can get it.
Yeah.
Like, I've explored 90% of the map I've explored.
Yeah.
And I haven't found these keys. I've done 90% of the missions probably, and I haven't found these keys.
Yeah.
So a nice little waypoint marker saying, oh, you can find it around this area, even if you just put a little pin, and gives me a wide area to search.
Yeah.
Not a direct, it is right here. Go search this area, and it's like 200 meters.
Yeah.
Wide. And it's like, I'll be happy with that. At least I have a basic idea.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's like a few places I've been going to and finding it's like, oh, you need the red key, the blue key, yellow key, and it's like, fuck you. But also there's like, the one thing that I really wish for them, like, they could do is like the little mod, like, make it so you can actually make swords, you can actually make like base guns and all that. Like, you get like the materials you have, and like you can combine it. Like, say you have one weapon, and then you can use that as a base and just improve it massively. Like, say I've got one of my things is like a 6-star or a 3-star item.
Yeah.
And then next thing you know, I'm using like 40 resources of each of my resources to make it into a 6-7-star item, that massive buff, instead of just hoping that I find it in the world.
Yeah.
So more focus on crafting, and I'd be happy. Because that way I can more organize it to how I want, or even ability to re-roll the skills that happen on some of the weapons.
Yeah.
But yeah. But that's also, I don't think they'll go down that path. But
Yeah, one can only hope.
You know the sort of control I like to have when it comes to my characters and shit.
Yeah. Well, speaking about control, actually, something a little bit more that you won't know about as much. It has something to do with the NRL, actually.
No, I have no idea.
That's what I mean. So I'll explain to you, basically. So over the last few years, rugby league, and especially the NRL and the ARL, which is the head commission of all NRL in Australia, are trying to really start to crack down on a lot of aspects of the game, which it mainly was a couple of years back. It was to do with fighting and all that kind of stuff, because fighting doesn't look good.
Yep.
And so the recent one that's been heavily getting cracked down on is contact to the head.
Yep.
Because obviously with multiple hits to the head starts forming concussions, and over time that can get worse and worse, which can lead to CTE.
Yeah.
Which is whatever the bloody term is, but it's just multiple concussions makes you brain dead, basically. So the new head of the ARL, someone Landy or something like that, is basically introduced a new rule which came into effect like 2 weeks ago during the NRL Magic Round, which is like all games are played up in Brisbane on a weekend. And it's basically anytime there's contact to the heads, it's an instant report. So that means they go to a tribunal, and it's an immediate sin bin, which is 10 minutes on the sideline. So basically, yeah, you look like you want to ask something.
No, I'm already pissed off about that, because here's the thing, that's just going to make a lot of players duck their head purposefully.
Surprisingly, because I've actually watched a few games, and no one is ducking their heads or anything, because that's the last thing you want to do is be hit in the head, because you have to get taken off the field and you have to go through what is known as a HIA, which is a head injury assessment.
Yep.
And that's when a doctor, independent doctor, gives you a concussion test, basically. And if he says you can't come on, you can't come on.
Okay, then it'll come down to, how, if they're, even the slight, but there's a lot of times where, people might get little nicks in the head and keep playing, and it's, all good. Yeah. They're fine and all that, but the question is how strict are they being?
Well, from what I'm seeing, it's it's with heavy direct contact. So,
okay.
So it's not like you're in a tackle and you just come up and you happen just to maybe slide up a little bit and just clip him a little bit. Yeah. It's not. No, it's like if a forearm hits you or if the shoulder makes heavy contact. Okay. So it's all about heavy contact to the head.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, for a second there, I was worried that they're just.
It's not. It's not like
like pansy.
Yeah, it's not like finger to the head. Oh, no, that's it. So basically, with this introduction of the new rule, there have been more sin bins in the last 2 weeks than there have been in the last 5 years or 10 years of NRL in the NRL. That's what I mean. So this CEO is basically taking a heavy approach to trying to reduce contact to the head, because a lot of older players are now starting to suffer with CTE, and because there was a couple of weeks ago. One player, Jake Friend from the Roosters, who used to play in the hooker position, he suffered multiple head injuries every game, basically, and he would be out for weeks and weeks every time. And a couple of weeks ago, he was forced to retire early.
Whew.
That's what I mean. So, and I guarantee that you give him a couple of years, he'll be suffering from heavy, CTE side effects.
Damn it.
Yeah. So the reason why I bring this up is because I have two main issues. It's one where it has to do with a lot of people, in the commentary position, and off-field analysis of the footy shows and all that kind of stuff. Because what they have on there is a lot of old school footballers.
Yeah.
And they hate the fact that the game is becoming soft towards them, because they, back in the 1970s, these guys used to get in fights, they get smacked in the head, they get dislocated knees, put it back into place on the field and go and continue playing, and they're having issues with all these players are becoming more like pussies, basically. So that's one of my issues. And the other issue is basically a lot of the players are starting to hate this new rule, because they're like, well, it's getting ridiculous, because a lot of us are getting sin bin, a lot of us are getting suspended, for multiple weeks. There was this another player from the Roosters, Victor Radley, who got suspended for 5 weeks because he got reported 4 times for the head contact to the head, and he got sin binned twice in the same game. Which I always thought, if you get sin binned once, you come back on. If you get penalised and you have to be sent, you're sent off. You're done for the game.
Yeah.
But he got sin binned twice. I know it's so weird, that one. That confused the hell out of me.
There's the thing. It's like how much of it is intentional and how much of it is accidental.
Well, that's the thing. Like that's sort of like the issue as well, because you can't control what happens. Basically,
No.
You're coming in for a tackle, and then all of a sudden, just something happens, and his head starts moving down this way because let's say he's getting tackled from the side, and you're coming in from the other side, but you're coming in to wrap your arm around.
Yeah.
And he's saying unfortunately, that's still heavy contact.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Like, there's a difference between intention and unintentional.
Yeah.
And that's where they need to. If they're going to bring in that sort of rule, they need to have a real close look and find out whether it was intentional or unintentional. And if it's unintentional, all good.
Yeah, but
Let them go.
But I can understand why they brought in the rule, because it's starting to change. Because they want to change up the game about how people play it and how tackling and all that's meant to work. Because then it would stop these risky plays and all that kind of stuff. It would make people who are running the ball think more cautiously, and it also would make the people who are tackling want to make sure they tackle properly, and they don't want to start ruining people's careers, and they don't want to ruin their own career, basically.
Yeah, but there's also like I said, as long as if they're just throwing out bans, suspensions, and everything like that, and it's like even for unintentional heavy contact, all you're gonna do is ruin the game. If you're gonna it's an unintentional.
Yeah.
Here's the thing: it's a rough sport. Shit happens. You can aim for a tackle.
Yeah.
Like a proper legal tackle, and there's 100 different variables that can turn that from a legal tackle into to a heavy contact.
I believe a lot of it is referee discretion, though.
Yeah.
But I think there's obviously a lot of factors, because you got not only you got like 2 on-field refs, 2 sideline refs, and you got like a whole bunker of 2 to 3 people watching replays and watching the game, basically.
I'd say more like 5 to 8 people watching replays.
I think there's about 4 or 5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So there's so there's at least several different officials watching what's going on and all that.
Yeah, in other words, then they need to make sure that when they do a freaking call, that if it's a heavy blow, make sure it's a bloody intentional heavy blow. Otherwise, don't bloody penalise the player.
Well, regardless if they don't, the thing is, though, even with, before the rule change, if someone did get what is known as a high tackle, basically, whether it was intentional or unintentional, it's still a penalty regardless. It's just that the rule is now, with heavy contact to the head, is, reported. You have to be reported, and depending on the ref's discretion, it's a sin bin.
Yeah, head tackle, and all that, but if it's unintentional, don't make him get reported.
Unfortunately, it's an immediate report, and it's with high tackles.
and that's where they fuck up, because if it's immediate report, going to tribunal, and all this bullshit if it's unintentional, it's
their whole reporting has been going on for years already. It's just that now that they're doing the sin bin offense now.
Oh.
So the reporting has always, it's been
if the reporting's been if the reporting's been going on for years, then why all of a sudden has it been more reports and more suspensions in the past 2 weeks?
It's because of the new CEO for the ARL, who's doing a massive crackdown on head injuries.
In other words, these have been going on for years, and now all of a sudden it's now players are getting suspended left, right, and centre. All they're doing is right now all they're doing is trying to prove a point. If they don't ease up a bit, you're gonna find a lot of rugby players going, no, you know what, fuck you.
That's what it's sort of leading to this.
Because here's the thing: if there's proven a point and there's been heavy-handed,
but I have to give kudos to him, because he is taking a bit, the CEO's taking a big stance, and he's not backing down, because there's already criticism throwing his way, and he's I'm not he's standing his ground, basically, which I can respect him for that. But we'll just see how it goes over the next few weeks of what will happen with him and all that kind of stuff. Is there anything else you want to talk about?
No.
because I've got like maybe one more. Again, it's sport related, but this one is, I think we can talk about it a little bit easier.
I'm just trying to think because oh god, that one felt good. Yeah, because I've been out of it the past 2 days. Sorry about that.
Not your fault.
Yeah, like here's the thing, like I've been on shutdown for the past 2 days, and it's like we did a little bit of running around today, and then all the shit I've got planned for tomorrow. So it's like my body's going and it's coming to that time of night where it's normally sleepy time anyway.
Yeah.
The only thing I can really think about is fuck, I had it in my head and now it's gone. Let's go. You want to go sport again?
Yeah. But I think this one, you'd be a bit more interested in it. Within the next 5 to 6 days, we have Floyd Mayweather 50-0, one of the greatest boxers of all time, fighting against 0-1 Logan Paul, a YouTuber or former YouTuber at this point. I don't even know if he's making YouTube videos at this point. I don't know.
Mayweather, an arrogant prick, versus Logan Paul, an arrogant prick.
Yeah, but at least with Floyd Mayweather, he has a reason to be an arrogant prick, though.
Yeah, but wasn't it Floyd Mayweather who Conor McGregor were going up against that fought?
Yes.
And that constantly made it so all his attacks were illegal because he kept on turning his back on his opponent.
Yeah.
So in other words, he's a fucking dickhead.
Yeah, but
that didn't have the balls to face a fighter face to face, had to always constantly make it so it was an illegal attack.
Yeah, you don't go 50-0 without being a smart fighter. He's not a good fighter. He's not a strong fighter. He's a smart fighter. So if you can manage to take a point off your opponent, that's a huge advantage.
Yeah, he copped so much flack for that, and it was fucking deserved.
Yeah.
Oh well. Yeah. Here's the thing, as Logan Paul said, it's actually 51-0. They forgot to count his wife.
Yeah, 51-0 technically. If you want to go that route, fair enough. But yeah, so that's happening. In the next couple of days, it's going to be basically this huge money fight where, I do think Floyd Mayweather is going to win it because there's no way he's gonna lose this fight to an 0-1 bloody.
No, he's going to turn his back on him. He's going to come in, wait for him to throw punches. Turn him back. Boom. Back to the head. Yeah.
Then he still wins. That's the thing.
Yeah.
But the thing is, he's not going to jeopardize, his record to lose against Logan Paul.
No, but I would, there's the thing. It's like, honestly, I say, yeah, okay, you're a smart fighter and everything, but here's the thing. Do yourself a favor. Don't ruin your rep anymore and actually do a proper fight. Don't be a fucking piss weak little bitch about it.
He'll be a piss little bit.
I want to see him knock Logan Paul the fuck out.
He won't knock him out. What will happen is obviously the first 3 or 4 rounds, he's just going to sort of keep his distance, sort of keep gauging, Logan Paul, let Logan Paul tire himself out. Then, he's going to, strike where he can to score points and all that kind of stuff. And I reckon probably by depending on how many rounds it goes, I'm going to say by the 7th round, he goes TKOs him.
I want to see him knock out Logan Paul by the 3rd round.
Yeah. Well, I mean, who cares about Logan Paul? This is for both fighters. It's a money fight for him.
Both fighters. Well, one's just a general piece of crap, and the other one's a fucking YouTuber piece of crap that made money off children.
Yeah. Yeah, of course.
So, scumbag piece of trash.
Yeah. But that's like most YouTube, well, not most, but a lot of YouTubers do benefit off the kids and all that kind of stuff.
Like I said, predatory actions.
Yeah, a lot of YouTubers we can point the finger at basically.
And personally, I despise it.
Yeah, because our content's more focused towards mature because we actually try and talk about serious topics, and obviously because we drop the F-bomb
on multiple fucking occasions.
Hey, no fucking swearing, mate. Have you ever done that before, actually?
What?
Where you sort of... I've done it so many times where I'm at a venue or somewhere or, just doing my thing, and it's a real quiet, and all you hear is fuck this, fuck you, they start, yelling, and cursing and that. And, I don't... 33% of the time I go, hey, stop fucking swearing. And I'm like, oh, shit. And other times it's no, hey, language.
Yeah, nah. The only time I start having to go at around like people swearing is, and you've seen me do this. It's when there's little kids around,
Yeah.
and I'm like, watch your mouth. There's kids
Yeah.
around.
No,
I always stop myself from swearing so hard because I just want to. It's like, mate, there's kids around. You don't swear in front of children.
Yeah. No, I've done that way too many times where it's just like, oh, yeah. I'm like, oh, what's your fucking language? I'm like, shit.
Yeah, problem is like swearing's honestly a part of Aussie culture and Aussie language.
Yeah.
Like, we use it as an adjective. We use swearing as adjectives.
Yeah. But I don't know. I sort of do it.
Everyone's a little bogan.
I know. But I do it sort of as a, for, like, in a way of like, hey, the whole, what was that Tom Hanks film? The one where they get captured by Somali pirates.
Oh, yeah.
Captain
I
Phillip.
am the captain now.
Yeah. Hey, I am the captain now. That's me. That's what I'm at, like at a venue or something. That's me. I do the whole try to do the Somali pirate. Hey, I am the captain.
Yeah.
I try to make myself the dominant bloody, the one who's in charge. And yeah, I can be like when I'm working at, I can be kind of a prick to some people.
No, I'm only a prick to people that deserve it.
I'm actually way too often being a prick to people. I know that.
Even if they don't deserve it?
Yeah, like a couple, like just before the lockdown, I was down at down towards the peninsula, the venue that I normally work at. Yeah, like and I was having a very stressful night because like it's coming into the lockdown. I'm trying to get things organised, get ready to go.
Oh, this was Thursday night.
Yeah, last Thursday night. Yeah, and trying to get things organised, and a whole bunch of like young people walk in.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, come on, damn it! Like I just wanted this to be easy. I wanted us to get out here early, but we have to finish at a later time. And I'm walking around like basically like a gorilla. I'm just like, and I walk past a group of like three of them, like two guys and a girl. And they look at me and go, "Excuse me, do you mind taking a photo of us?" And I just look at them and go, "No," and walk off. I'm just like, yeah, I've got other shit I'm gonna do,
Yeah.
Like I'm trying to freaking make sure, like people, behaving. I've got other like I had like
Yeah, that was just you being stressed though.
yeah. But that's just me. That can also be me on a normal night where it's like really quiet and be like, no, and just walk off.
Yeah, no, from what I've seen, it's like on a quiet night, you normally, yeah, all right, da-da-da.
Yeah.
It's only when you get stressed that you become a bit of an asshole.
Yeah. I wanted to say this story to you actually because I think I told you this, but I want to say for the podcast anyway. So it was during a couple of months back, I think it was, at the summer venue actually, and I was roaming around. And I went to the rooftop, roam.
Yeah.
Was I? Yeah, I was by myself because I was looking for my roaming partner, and this chick walks up to me and she goes, "Oh my god, can you help me find Kiara?" I'm like, "Well, okay, yeah, sure, I'll come and help you find Kiara." So I start walking with her, and I turned around and said, "So who is Kiara? Is she a manager or a bartender or a staff member who works here?" And she goes, "What are you talking about?" And I'm like, I turn and go, "You just asked me to help you find Kiara. Who's Kiara?" And she goes, "Oh, Kiara's my friend." And I turn and go, and my exact words were, "Well, how the fuck am I supposed to know who Kiara is?" And I just fucking turn around and walk off. I'm like, fuck you.
Let me guess, that was after the nice little brunch special where everyone's pissed to the newts.
Probably.
More than likely. If it was a Saturday, then yeah.
Oh, it's definitely a Saturday.
Then yeah.
Yeah, like, I think I was already it was a pretty busy night, and I was already like...
Nah, but that's just stupidity on their part.
Yeah, you walk up to a security guard.
Complete stranger.
No. Yeah, and a security guard like, "Oh, can you help me find this person?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure. Who is the person? Like, do they work here? Because that's all I assume they are." "No, that's my friend." I'm like, "Who the fuck am I supposed to know?"
Yeah, that's where you just turn around and say, "I don't know who the person you're talking about. You find them."
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah. Oh, I wasn't even that. I was just like, "Who the fuck am I supposed to?" And walk off.
Yeah.
I'm like, "Fuck you."
Yeah, they fucking egg.
Yeah. Did you have anything else, or do you just want to end it?
I want to end it. I'm gonna be going to sleep. I want to order food.
Yeah, I was about to say, I want to order food and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's only a short one. We should be back in
probably next week.
Hopefully, and We're only this tired because lockdown work schedules are always a pain in the ass.
So, like I
these
said,
shifts drain us so hard.
Yeah. So we're gonna again, like we say every week, like we're gonna try and keep this to once a week sort of thing, and if at worst it's gonna be once a fortnight. It's just that we need to make sure we have time to do this because of our crazy work schedule for the next coming days with our lockdown in Victoria, which is annoying basically because we can't really pre-plan organizing a day, time, and all that to start recording.
Andrews!
It's not that bad, all right? So we're at the... Yeah.
Really? Remember what I discussed earlier today?
We're not talking about that now. We're ending the episode. Yeah. So, yep. So, yeah. So leave a like on the video, subscribe, hit the notification bell, leave a comment underneath, about what you like, what you didn't like.
And how much more awesome I am than Bo.
Yeah, no, don't leave that. Actually, I will delete those comments out of spite.
We both know my partner might.
Yeah, I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna delete it out of spite. I will trust me. Yeah. So thanks for tuning in, guys. Please do tune in next time when we record. Again.
Yeah, we still need to do a lot of work on our prep and all that, but yeah. Crazy.
Yeah. Like, even though we promised,
next week we'll do all this prep, and what happens is Victoria went into lockdown and we went to shit.
Worked 4 or 5 days straight of 12-hour shifts. Oh yeah, all the freaking research we could do.
Yay!
Yay!
It just turns into eat, sleep, wake up, go to work.
Pretty much,
sleep,
yeah.
Wake up, go to work.
All right.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, been an absolute pleasure having you here with us today. From me and Bo, we're very grateful that you tune in and see us talk bullshit. And until next time,
stay tipsy, guys.